Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. It is 8:07 a.m., so we are in the pre-New York zone or range, if you will. But I'm watching something here, and I typically don't trade in the pre-New York session. I wait for the open, and even then, I don't even trade the open range for about 10 minutes minimum, typically, unless I see something relatively compelling setting up here. And really, all morning, I woke up here before Asia even opens. I was up at around 2:30 a.m. Asia opens at 3 a.m. my time. This is New York zone. And I've been watching this consolidation happening after this big run up through Asia and part of Europe this morning. And if we get a break to the downside here, I think there's a reasonable pullback opportunity here. That's the NASDAQ, by the way. This is the S&P, same thing happening here. And this is the Dow, more or less the same thing. Although the Dow looks like it's a little bit stronger and wants to move a little higher here, right? Slightly different zones that we're dealing with here, but the principle is the same. So when you're watching this, I'm going to put you on pause, and so you can avoid any sideways grind here. And I'll bring you back for how this trade idea matures or materializes. And I'll bring you back in a bit. Pause now. All right, guys, I'm back, and I've been kind of jumping around here a lot while I had you on pause the last several minutes. It's now 8:27, 8:28, give or take, and I'm watching the Dow, guys. The Dow is consolidation that I had mentioned in these indices. There's the S&P breaking now structure, the NASDAQ already broken structure, seeking to close below on the 30-minute. Back to the S&P, and now back to the Dow. The Dow is not yet. Dow's lagging. I'm going to show you the three sisters here, and you'll see it, all three of them trading above VWAP, but drifting back to VWAP fairly quickly. And so that's kind of the thing that I'm watching here. Just thinking to myself now, planning. The nature of the dance. All three reasonably in sync now in terms of movement in the last 10 or 15 minutes or so. You see that there? Watching. Thinking. This is our job. Three sisters. Put you back on pause for a moment. And back, guys, watching now. I'm going to place a limit order right here, guys, right here. If we pull back to this level, I'm in. Let's make that 430 even right there. 430. See that? Here we go. Limit order. Bear with me for one moment. Check my own platform. One more pull. Expand it so we can see it very, very clearly. Pulling back to 430. So limit order, guys. I normally enter on stops. This is a limit. A little bit more. And in, guys. In. Short now. Short the Dow. Very tight stop. Above the 30-minute candle. Targeting 30 points. It's a 1-to-1. So risking 30 to make 30. Now this is 8:30 a.m., 8:32 to be precise, which is just inside the 1 hour before the New York Open. On a setup like this, I'm okay trading this. I normally wouldn't trade within the first hour or so prior to the New York Open, but But I'm liking the way this is looking despite what you're seeing right now. This pullback to VWAP, we've already, mission has been accomplished already here on the Dow. You see that tapping the VWAP? And essentially on the NASDAQ and ES as well. Very, very close. I mean, matter of in millimeters, centimeters, wherever you're from, inches. So 30 points would be 400 even, 33,400. 33,400. Just making sure my brackets are the same. And they are. So let's talk about this trade big picture. Let me just copy and paste. That's the trade. This is the 2-minute chart on the right-hand side. The daily in the top left-hand side, that's an inside bar or an inside candle from Friday's high and low. We're kind of in the middle here with a bullish bar. And the bullish bar, of course, is because, or the body, I should say, is because of this big move here in Asia and part of Europe, right? It's been rallying nonstop or extended here, created a new resistance zone at a prior minor resistance zone from London / New York of Friday, right? Attempted to sell off, rallied again to create a double top and a failed new high, and now breaking down. And this is why I'm taking a bearish stance on this, even in the pre-market, in the pre-New York here. I think it's a compelling enough setup to flip the coin on. And that's what I do. I flip the coin, I call heads, and I wait for my long-term edge to play out. And my coin is weighted towards heads, right? I have a weighted coin, but it's still a random, in other words, an uncertain outcome. No matter what, despite the weighting of my coin to heads, it can still land on tails relatively easily. If my coin was not weighted, it would land on tails about 50% of the time over a reasonable sample. Even with the weighting, the long-term edge towards heads, every single individual toss is random. It's uncertain or unknown, and it can land on tails, and that might in fact happen today. My win rate has been very high the last 2 or 3 weeks or so, because I've been very, very choosy on my setups and my trades, only trading the optimal setups. 2 trades a day, guys, on average, but 2.2 trades a day actually of late. Some days I'll have 5 trades, and other days I'll have no trades or 1 trade, but for the most part about 2 trades a day. And you can have a high win rate when you're that picky. When I was trading 5 to 10, 20 times a day, my win rate was significantly lower. Still very profitable, but I had to be willing to emotionally and mentally sit through taking, several or if not many routine losses. Nothing wrong with that. It's part of the game. Those are business expenses. But the older I get, the more I prefer a high win rate. It's just the way I'm kind of rewiring as I get older here. And so being super choosy is suiting me just fine right now. And honestly, I think a lot of the members in my group prefer that as well. I think it's difficult for most traders to take losses, period. Any of them. Any losses, I mean. And it's unfortunate because it's such an integral and essential part of the game. But there we are. So I'm going to wait now, guys, just being patient here. 8:36 a.m. I'm going to put you on pause for now so you don't have to sit through this grind, but I will bring you back. Actually, we're heading down now. Let me just stick with this. See if we can get this wick fill at the very least. Get a little pressure now. First trade of the week, first trade of the day, obviously. Dow short. Most of my trades last week were Dow short. I think I took 12 trades all week. The week before that, I believe I took 15 trades for the entire week. So the week before was 3 trades a day on average. Last week was 2 point something. Patience. And when I say that, for those who are new to the channel, when I say patience and things like that, obviously I'm not talking to you. wonderful people. I'm talking to myself. It's the self-talk that I do. This is a game of impulse control, and you'll see a lot of material on my channel about that. The mental game playlist is essential viewing, in my humble opinion. Can really help you become a profitable trader if you're not already, and if you are, much more profitable. The mental game playlist, highly recommended. We need one more push here, guys, for 30 points. One more push here. Be nice to start the week and start the day with a nice quick win here. Let's see if we can get that. Patiently waiting now. Patience. Amateur trader would be taking profits now and running in many cases. Because they're afraid to see that white candle, that thing building up. What if that turns around and takes it all away and even gives me a loss? That's a feeling that all traders have. That's an impulse. I'm experiencing it right now as that white candle grows. It's not a good feeling. I was 1 point away. Was it one? Let's see. 2 points away from a win there. And I may have to give it all away. That's why this is a game of impulse control. Here are the three sisters, again rejecting off of VWAP. We actually tapped on the S&P now. Of course, I'm short the Dow, and didn't quite make it here on the Nasdaq, but pretty much. Those are considered VWAP tappings, right? Just because it didn't touch the line doesn't mean much. It's getting in the zone of equalization here. It rebalances between the longs and the shorts, the bulls and the bears, the good and the evil. And the evil, of course, is depending on what side of the game you happen to be on in the moment. Patience. Need that one push. Fairly happy with that rejection wick there, or topping tail, I guess you can call it. Looking for that push down now for 30 points. Hard to be patient here on a Monday morning when you're just trying to get that first trade under your belt. And I'm, after all these years, 35 plus years of trading, I still feel those emotions. Never goes away, guys. Never goes away, right? As we manage things like aging and changing risk aversion quotients and nervous system management and things like that, all these things matter quite a bit. Need that one push now. Moving my stop, guys, to above the second candle that you see there. You see that wick? That white candle. Not the blue ones, but the white one there. Patience now. Looking for that one more push. Happy Monday to you. Yesterday was Mother's Day here in North America. I think for other places in the world as well. It's May 15th today, the Monday. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there and to all the gentlemen. I think 98% of my viewers are actually men, as is the case with most of the trading world. And but of course, all of you have or had mothers at one point, and I know many of you feel blessed, as I do. My mother passed away a few years ago, but I think about her every day, and the most wonderful woman on the face of the earth. I believe, obviously, I'm a little biased, but just blessed to have had such a wonderful mother, and I know many of you are as well. Done, guys. Profit taken on 30 points. Great way to start the week. Thank you for joining me. Click the like button if you don't mind. It just helps us get the message out to more and more viewers. And drop me a comment. Say hi in the comments if you don't mind. I'd love to meet you, at least digitally, and get to know you a little bit. Thanks again for your support. Have an amazing day and have an amazing week. We'll talk soon. I'm sure we'll see you again. Bye-bye now.